In the last Alien movie, the Alien franchise has ended with the death of Ellen Ripley.
That's it! Game over, man!
But now, we have a new one. It has been resurrected.
I live!
This program has been brought to you by the letter
Why? But why not?
Ah, why indeed? Why? Why did you bring this back? I mean, the timeline's 200 years later. It makes no sense. It's stupid.
There's a lot of whys for this. Like, why did Joss Whedon write this?
Wait, he did write this.
He did write this.
Is this his first film?
I don't think so. I'm also kind of wondering if he was. So I kind of noticed. I found out he kind of went crazy in 2016. But then again, that was a pretty crazy year.
It was a pretty crazy year, but
was
considering this was 1999 or
97? Were we just seeing the beginning signs of him going crazy?
I mean, okay. Honestly, if I had to be honest, this is a golden turd.
It is a golden turd, but I put this along the line of Fallen Kingdom.
No. Fallen Kingdom did not entertain me. This entertained me. This made me giggle. This made me go snicker. This made me feel like a little kid. I'm like, honestly, I called this jumping the alien. Or, is there a memorable moment that's jumping worthy?
How about cloning? How about cloning Ripley? And now her DNA is mixed with the alien, so now she's good at basketball.
So jump the ball.
I think for movies it's now nuking the fridge.
Nuking the fridge. I'm not gonna agree with that because that's still an awesome scene in my book, but that's my opinion. But okay, honestly, what the fuck movie? What the fuck?
I think okay. All right, gentlemen. What is our overall ranking? Overall ranking of this movie.
What was my last ranking on the last movie?
I don't know. I was half dead during that one.
I was half dead too. Jesus, that's bad. If I can't remember.
I call this one crap. It's crap.
Okay, but it's not as crap as the last piece of crap.
I seem to be in a minority. I like the third one.
Okay, the third one is not bad for reasons other than storytelling, but it wasn't entertaining. It made you feel like mind numb. It felt like you just went through nothing. That this journey was for naught. Then you get to this one and you're just laughing. It's like watching the Fonz jump a shark in Happy Days. Because it's stupid. In fact, it's a lot of stupid. We got guys shooting at walls to ricochet like how many angles to kill a guy. Freaking like just doing this. Boom! Doom 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 doom. And just hit a guy in the head. How about the guy that just freaking when he has a chest buster, he runs a mile.
Jeez. He runs towards a guy, gets shot at, doesn't even phase him,
grabs him, give him a hug, give him a big old hug.
No, but first like wangs his head multiple times on a steel girder. I will give this movie this. Its deaths were very, very creative.
Its death was creative and comedic.
A lot more creative than the third movie, I'll give it that.
Oh, let's not forget, Chucky's in this, Chucky.
Yeah, Brad Dourif, who flirts
with an alien?
With the xenomorph.
God, why, oh why? Ian, anything to add to the why, oh why?
Do you see what I'm holding on screen?
I think I see an egg.
This is a coprolite.
A rock?
Do you know what a coprolite is?
No.
Fossilized poop.
Yes. It's cool in its own right, but regardless, it's still shit.
That is
good analogy.
Good analogy.
This movie is a coprolite.
Yes, it is.
It's cool, but it's shit. I mean, God. It's like, no, I won't admit that there are some concepts that are intriguing, but it was executed at way far off.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where I always wonder, like, is it me or is there a trend in Hollywood when you're making horror movies, they have a certain number of sequels where it'll jump, where it gets so comedic that you can't take it seriously. You're just waiting to see what kind of hilarious death scenes you're gonna make.
Well, yeah, probably, like, Nightmare 2.
Yeah, like Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
But it felt like that took time to get at the point. Freaking Alien took 4 movies to get to this point.
Spanned over like 20 years.
Yeah, at least with Friday and Nightmares, it took like freaking what, a year movie, 2 years. So it freaking wow.
Not to mention that they are okay. So this military faction, it's not Weyland Yutani.
Weirdly
enough, is able to clones Ripley.
200 years later, by the way.
200 years later, along with the queen embryo that was impregnated in her.
Which is the question out that
how?
Like, it's not DNA. You can't just clone that with the body.
I believe Deadpool said it best. Well, that's just lazy writing.
And okay, if we can just bypass that. Okay, if I was no.
Also, yeah. Oh, go ahead.
If I was like the last Alien Studio, I could just hand wave it away. Okay. Maybe that's the only problem.
There's so many other problems. Like.
Okay, well, how about we start
These
with...
These people are still so stupid they don't acid-proof their bays.
As Nostalgic Critic said, this operation is as airtight as a screen ship on a submarine!
He just says this is airtight as a screen door.
Yeah!
That's it.
That just takes me back to Christian camp. Please don't do that.
Ooh.
The screen door on a submarine thing, that takes me back to Christian camp. But that's a discussion. I will have a rant on my other channel.
Okay.
But it entertains. It's cheesy. It's phony. It's stupid. It's just the right kind of stuff that made Nightmare on Elm Street memorable because it's stupid.
It is pure popcorn flick. Turn off your brain kind of stuff. That's why I think it goes full B horror movie, which is why I compare it to Fallen Kingdom. But I will give you this: Fallen Kingdom, sorry Ian, is crap. It's crap. Good shots, but crap.
Yep.
At least with
disagree.
Resurrection. Okay. Respectfully. But Resurrection, okay, yes, it's stupid, but at least it's entertaining.
Okay, did you guys know that scene where Ellen Ripley throws the basketball and makes a shot, that's actually real time?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the first take.
That was a real take.
That was the first take.
Uh-huh.
And people thought that was CGI'd.
No.
That's some pretty good CGI for... I mean, I've seen... Really, did they not... Did they just file that kind of away back in their minds when the CGI grenade comes up? It was like saying, oh yeah, that looks just like that basketball shot.
I mean, okay, Captain Arm Hair. I call him Captain... Seriously, look, the freaking shoulder hair.
Yeah, that's another thing. Okay, so acid-proof jail cells don't exist, and neither do electric razors.
Neither do electric razors. And
you can actually... But you can rehydrate whiskey.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. No sad. Look at the people who are in this movie. Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman was gonna be Hellboy in the future.
Yeah, Ron Perlman's gonna be Hellboy in the future. Winona Ryder, who
is very, very whiny in this movie.
But okay. At least she doesn't act like your typical android. No, she actually might be able to fool you.
I miss Bishop.
We do too. I miss Ian. Ian Mahomes' character.
Ian
Not you, Ian.
Oh.
I mean, I talk to you every day.
No, you don't. We barely talk at all.
Okay, it feels like every day for this last month.
True. Okay.
But Ian Holmes' character, at least with all the androids, if you feel like there's an uncanny valley effect, and with 200 years past, actually they might have overcome that. Now,
Okay.
with Winona Ryder's being all emotional, and she doesn't act like someone trying to be human.
I don't.
But,
yeah, but
even that's faulty.
wasn't Ian Holmes kind of a little more human than even Bishop? He was. I mean,
Yeah, but you can also say he's programmed to be. It's kind of weird because it's yes and no. Because considering that this is why I like Alien, you can have a rewatch factor. You're watching his reaction, and he's just literally analyzing everything and how to react.
Okay.
Where here it doesn't feel like an analyst. She feel like a robot is actually following her emotions.
So
It's kind of weird.
So she's transcended.
Transcended. Though, God Almighty. Okay, hold on. Besides Winona Ryder,
Ian, what stood out the most to you in this movie?
To be honest, the CG alien.
Yeah, some of them were CG, like 90s CG. Nostalgia.
crap.
Yeah.
I have to bring this up. This came out in 97. Do you know what other big movie came out in 97?
The Lost World.
Godzilla.
No, Godzilla came out in 98.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
But yeah, The Lost World, and that CG is a lot better than this.
Yes.
I mean, do we know who did the CG for this movie?
I don't think it was ILM.
Okay, quick question. Who's the director? Is he even noteworthy?
Yes, actually, it is Jean-Paul Jeunet. He directed Amelie.
I'm not a film buff like
he's
you.
He's a French filmmaker.
He's a French
Hold on,
dude.
so-
And we can kind of see his nationality in his writing.
With Doris or Chucky.
Not Chucky. For some reason he wrote Ripley as a lesbian.
I noticed that. For some reason, I
And
wanted to deny that because it seemed to conflict with the prior movie.
Mm-hmm. And let me tell you this.
Let me clear this up. That's not really Ripley. That is a clone. A clone that is its own thing.
Okay.
So, Ripley is dead at this point. I do not consider her Ripley.
Okay. So, alright, so it's not. Alright, so the reason why I bring that up is because her advances are kind of
Subtle as a truck.
creepy. Pretty creepy
Yeah.
when you think about it.
Well, now let's establish a level of creepy here. Where would we put Rough Nut?
Where would we put what?
Rough Nut.
Oh.
Which one? Race to the Edge or Dragons 2?
Dragons 2.
A 100-yard restraining order.
Yeah. I put 1,000. I put a city limit.
Most likely to rape.
And where would we
Okay.
put Ripley?
Far below that.
Okay, so we have a scale here
Mm-hmm.
of sorts. But yeah,
Okay.
although I have to say, I did enjoy the chemistry between Ryder and Weaver. I did enjoy that chemistry.
Now, let me. I'm gonna make. I feel like this is a bit distasteful joke, considering that. Let's look at the list of directors from each movie. We got a British director named Ridley Scott. Is it British?
Ridley? Yeah, he's British.
British. James Cameron's American.
Uh-huh.
David Finch is American.
And then we get French.
French. The lowest of the low. I feel bad.
You're just commenting on the work.
I'm commenting
Yeah.
on the work, but man, French gets it bad.
I haven't seen too many I haven't seen too many or not any French movies at all.
Except this one.
Now there are good ones, such as the one that inspired True Lies from James Cameron.
Ah, okay.
Yes, so there are good ones out there.
Mm-hmm. So pretty much, if I had to rank the movies that quantify the movie,
From worst to best?
quantify the movies that I've seen by nationality, American would be at the top.
Not biased.
Japan would be next. What?
Not biased.
That's just how many movies I've seen by nationality.
Yeah, it's kind of hard not
Yeah,
to.
Japan would be second, British third, Italian fourth.
Oui.
That's French.
I know.
And French zip, along with probably every other country that
India.
has made films.
Bollywood.
I've not seen anything from Bollywood.
Oh man, I feel like this is the weirdest movie to talk about. Honestly,
It is a disjointed tone. I mean, you have very creative, very horrific deaths. I mean, I think the one that stood out to me the most, besides the chest burster one, was Dan Hedaya actually taking a piece of his brain and looking at it.
yeah. And then, oh god, the alien child, my lord almighty, what in
newborn.
bloody hell is this thing?
Okay, production-wise, I gotta give it praise. It's not Stan Winston, but the animatronics in that expression are just unbelievable. I have to give it praise.
I mean, it's not a bad concept, but every time I look at it, I keep having flashbacks to Nostalgia Critic. It's like, Mommy, why are you doing this? You have no virtue.
And I thought I was the one that would be making constant references to Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah, but come on, I had to bring it up because it made me laugh the hardest.
Yes.
I mean, the death for that thing was creative. It felt like Goldfinger from James Bond.
And actually, you can hear it go, no, oh no. It's like, oh no.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh.
Christ almighty. I feel like I need an exorcism here.
Yeah.
I need some...
This whole movie needs an exorcism.
This whole movie needs an exorcism. God help us.
God, Zeus, Thor, Odin, anybody. You owe us. You owe us.
Oh, but, okay. There's a lot of stupid deaths, too. Okay, first off, dude. That guy that can shoot that ricochet shots from any angle, and he couldn't hit the alien at point-blank range.
Uh-huh.
Shake him off your foot.
Shake him off your foot. Yeah,
Shake him off.
I was actually going kick him off. Kick him off. Kick him off. Kick him off. Kick him off.
And then that poor midget. No!
Which...
That midget.
There was a midget?
That midget in the wheelchair.
Oh, he's a midget?
Purple
I think he's a
Egypt.
midget.
Just a pair... Wait, he died?
No, but it's the fact that it was so funny seeing him crying out no when he could have done something.
Mm-hmm.
No, grab a stick, poke it. No, move it off.
Well, he was hanging on the ladder by his only two working limbs.
That's right.
And he was carrying his weight. Half of it's dead. I'm sorry.
That's a fun joke, dead weight.
Half of it's dead weight, and the other half is a full-grown man.
Oh.
With an alien on him.
With an alien on him, a 7-foot-tall creature.
Okay, no, I want to admit, there's one scene that creeped me out, and it's really good creepiness. When it swims.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Seeing a xenomorph swimming like a fucking dolphin is just... Ugh.
Even with the CGI,
Even with the CGI.
kind of does. I will admit, makes that creepy.
It's just unnatural. You know, like, You know, like, it would probably swim, but to see it actually swimming, it just gives you chills. Like, you don't want to be in the thing.
Kind of brings it back to the pitch meeting of how no, there might be one. We should probably send a request to Screen Rant.
Oh, hold on, you think this is the Xenoshark thing?
No. The whole thing of how this movie got pitched into the studio in the first place. The original Alien was, think of it as like Jaws in space.
Oh my god.
And in this one, we get swimming xenomorphs.
It's funny. Oh man. But other creative deaths. How about
the unlucky xenomorph?
The unlucky xenomorph that got ganged up on? It's like, I don't know if it's supposed to have an expression. It looked like it was confused.
No,
it's like, we got a plan, buddy. Oh, what's the plan?
It's kind of weird that the xenomorphs kind of took on like the raptors in Jurassic Park.
It did, honestly.
They set a trap. They actually set a trap.
What do you think of that fake out death for? I don't even know what Winona Ryder's character's name is. Is that
Call, I believe.
Call?
Yeah. Call. The subtitle says Call.
Yeah,
but everyone pronounces it like Cole.
That's her last name.
Oh.
So okay, now here's a weird thing. The black guy falls down with the alien into the water. The same pit of water that Call has fallen into once she was shot by that dude. Why couldn't he swim?
You racist?
No. But obviously, I'm pretty sure he could swim. He just swam through it.
Yeah, he swam through it, and there was only There was only one xenomorph in that pit, right?
Yeah, the other one got blown up underwater.
Yeah. All he did was get a little acid on his face, so he looks like Two-Face.
Oh my god.
John, do you know what acid does to you?
Have you ever had acid?
No.
Okay. It burns.
I've seen what it does.
But he's okay.
That's high school chemistry.
But is that enough to? Okay, but is that in? Oh, okay, but this is a science fiction movie. We can in Hollywood, they can take a lot of creative liberties.
I'm pretty sure, like,
they took a lot. How many creative liberties did they take with the physics in this movie?
Okay, hold on. That grenade shot from frickin' underwater that just went into the eggs. I don't think anyone humanely alive could predict the projectile, how it would project and ricochet into the eggs like that.
You have to be really good because you have to plan out the mathematics, and you also have to plan out how the light bends through the water, therefore further obscuring your vision.
Yes. So you would have to be a supercomputer human form,
which I believe he is.
Apparently. No bit better if Call did it, because she is a freaking machine.
Yes!
That would make freaking sense! But hey, stupidity at its finest.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Oh god, I remember when it's revealed that she is alive, she opens the door.
How did she get up there?
I don't know. I was going like, you couldn't wait 5 minutes to bring her back? And I was like, well, if they waited too long, it probably would have sucked. It would have sucked even more.
Here's a question. Here's where what was the character that was your favorite in this movie? Easily by far.
Ian, we'll start with you, because again, we are just invading this whole thing.
No. You guys are fine. You're the bigger channel.
But hey, you first. We're just guests. Or I'm a guest.
Well, no, you're part of Nerdvana now. There's no getting out of it.
Awesome.
I have to update the intro.
Yeah.
But Ian, yeah, what was your favorite character?
Besides Ripley.
Yes, besides Ripley.
Or as I call it, not Ripley.
It's Ripley 2.
Ripley 2.0.
Yes.
She actually has an official name here on Wikipedia.
What's her name?
Ellen Ripley Clone 8.
Oh yeah, number 8.
No, I'm just calling her number 8 because I don't think she deserves the name Ellen Ripley.
Aider. Little Dragon Ball reference.
Yeah, Aider.
I like Dom. Dom Regas. Rest. The paraplegic. I like him.
Oh, him.
Oh! Okay, you know what? There's a character that I thought was such a badass. He looked badass, and he was like one of the first to die.
Oh,
The
yeah.
captain.
Oh, him. I
was not expecting him to get taken out like a pussy like that.
I
mean, way to subvert my expectations, guys, but it felt disappointing.
His voice just didn't seem to match with that face. That's the only thing that stood out to me.
And honestly, to me, like, that captain, he looked badass, but went out like a pussy. Ron Perlman, on the other hand, fuck. Yes.
So, your favorite character?
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman.
Even though he has the weirdest camera shots, like, that with the whole, my special brew.
Way more dangerous.
Way more dangerous.
I liked him. I liked him too. He was one of my favorites.
Though I was entertained by Ripley throwing a basketball at some guy's junk.
That was him.
Yep, I was entertained by that.
Mm-hmm. There are a lot of funny moments. And one of them actually does come from Ron Perlman when he's poked from behind with a gun, actually grabs the
gun,
says, "Don't ever touch me again," throws it back to the guy. Ever. I was like,
you gave him
back the gun? What is wrong with you? It turns out that his homebrew actually is a concealed gun. Like a concealed, one-shot bazooka or something?
Everybody has a concealed gun.
They're pirates. What do you expect?
They're pirates, but...
they're not even pirates.
But again...
They're space pirates.
Okay, the only space pirate is Spike Spiegel.
That is not a pirate. I will fight you on that.
Oh, I'm sorry, bounty hunter.
There we go.
Okay, alright, but anyway, if he kept the gun, and there was a shootout going to happen, guess who has more firepower? The pirates!
Quick question, are these army, is this the Colonial Marines? Are these Marines? Space Marines?
It is the United Systems military.
Are they related to the Marines?
I don't know, well, seeing as how, Fox deems Alien 3 and Resurrection non-canon, no.
I mean, okay, I'm glad about that, but I'm just, for the sake of argument, we'll just throw it out there. For the sake of argument, Ian, this is considered canon still. Would this still be connected to the Marines?
I don't know. Let me look.
I mean, it's obviously a military venture. It's not the Weyland-Yutani PMC people, not private military contracts.
Did you guys catch actually what happened to Weyland-Yutani?
No, they're just mentioned and then vanished. Something must have happened.
Into the 200 years.
If I recall correctly, they were bought out by Walmart.
Are you serious?
Jeez, one evil corporation goes to another one.
Walmart bought out Weyland-Yutani?
Apparently.
I shouldn't be surprised.
I really think I remember that. But if not, it's in the novelization.
It could be worse. They could have been bought by Disney.
Oh, that's just hilarious in hindsight.
I actually forgot about that.
That's just hilarious in hindsight, dude. Oh man.
So Ron Perlman, the guy who played the paraplegic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
yeah. Everyone is kind of more not really so much a character as they are kind of like a caricature.
Yeah.
I mean, freaking. I'm not even impressed with the set design. That's just sad. Like, at least 3 had sets. It had good sets.
Okay,
I look at this.
It's pretty basic.
It's very generic. It feels like, no pun intended, clone from other movies. Doesn't even stand out.
Even the font, the title of the font actually reminds me more of Independence Day, which came out a year before.
That's kind of depressing. This entire movie is based on cloning from other things.
It is. Well, just like Ripley, apparently this movie is not even a real Alien movie like the original.
Yeah.
What? So, I wonder, is this movie actually smarter than it's trying to be? Is it actually intelligent?
Are you saying
is it intelligent disguised as stupid?
Are you saying it's Demolition Man?
Are you saying it's Tough Nut?
God help us.
I don't know. We seem to be talking about this a lot more than we did with 3. I sense with 3 we were actually trying to get that review over with as fast as possible.
3 left me. Okay, let me tell you this. 3 left me drained. I felt despair. With this, wasn't really despair. I was just like groaning, but kind of laughing because it was like, this is so stupid. I can't even really take this seriously. Why should I even take this seriously?
I will kind of admit the first few minutes actually kind of had me hopeful, and then we see the Colonel.
Colonel Shoulder Hair.
Colonel Shoulder Hair. Look straight into the camera with sort of like semi-crossed eyes and go, oh, memories. Oh, that's stupid of me. And then he acts all crazy and over the top, and it's like, and that's gonna be the whole movie, isn't it?
Yeah. At least it's not trying to fool you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not. Maybe the reason why I didn't like Alien 3 so much compared to this is like, at least Alien Resurrection, it couldn't do anything right, but it was entertaining. With 3, it tried so much to be symbolic, artsy, and all this stuff, and fell flat on its face. Not even flat on its face, it fell off the freaking Empire State Building, plummeted through how many stories in the air into the ground.
And became sidewalk pizza.
It became sidewalk pizza. Where this, it just fell off of your house. And it's not really a pizza. It's just kind of oh, you're there.
So what you're saying is that Alien 3 is equivalent to Suicide. Alien Resurrection is equivalent to Jackass.
Yes. Perfectly inapt. Inapt? No. Perfectly apt. Perfectly apt.
Well, I guess I'll give it that. I will. Yes, this movie is crap, but it is entertaining crap. It's not the Room levels of so entertainingly bad. Which again, Ian, that's another movie you're gonna have to see.
You're gonna have to see this, man.
I suffered through Big Man on Burke, Snotlout's Angel, Alien 3, the Star Wars Holiday Special, Alien Resurrection.
Prepare for the Star Wars Holiday Special in modern times.
There is?
Yes, I call it The Room.
Oh, okay. Let's give you some time with that, because that is a movie that you have to be you have to be curious about.
You have to be curious and in the right mindset.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've been in your shoes, Ian. I thought I am never gonna see that horrible movie. Now it's one of my favorites.
Dude, we both watched it in the movie theater.
Well, that was with riff tracks.
With riff tracks, but still, that was entertaining.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, as par for the course, back on track.
Back on track, but hey, let me tell you a story here. Remember that last time I mentioned how I had a movie rental store right next to my house?
Oh.
And I saw Alien 3, and I was like, all I saw in the front was like bald Sigourney Weaver.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
And then I go back there like a few years later, like They had both movies. I didn't see the other one. It was rented out, surprisingly. So I go back like a couple weeks later, and I see Resurrection, and I thought, oh, this looks better. This looks better, because the cover looks awesome. Freaking, it was green, my favorite color. Yes, I was a naive little kid.
Oh, how naive we once were.
Yes. And I was like, this looks awesome. This looks like the next Star Wars.
Well, sort of.
Oh, my 7-year-old self. Oh, I wish I could time travel and say, it's nothing like you think it is. Oh, John, is this, you said this is your first time watching it?
Actually, no. I actually caught the ending of it on TV like some time ago, like a good 10 years ago.
Oh, so it's almost like Cowboy Bebop with you with the same episode.
Yeah.
That refrigerator episode.
It was always the refrigerator episode. No matter how many times I was actually interested in watching Cowboy Bebop, I would always somehow always get that episode. I don't know what happened.
That's kind of funny. So it's like that was Cowboy Bebop. You would come in to watch the movie, and it's always that one part.
But the thing with Resurrection, I only saw that once.
Okay, I thought it was like multiple times you're trying to watch it, and it was always at that one part on TV.
Nope. So everything was pretty. So I think by the time when Call, is like, takes out, the Bible and, hooks herself up to the ship mainframe through her arm. It was pretty much, now it's all coming back to me.
If I remember correctly...
Now everything makes sense.
Now, gentlemen, if I remember correctly, if this movie were successful, the next movie would have taken place on Earth.
Was that the plan?
That was
the plan.
Yeah. I think that's up here.
The xenomorph would have came to Earth.
How?
Don't know. But hey, remember, Alien 3, we had an egg in the corner.
Ah, stupid is as stupid does.
Yeah, right here on Wikipedia, like in the bottom of the first section at the top of the page. A sequel to Resurrection was planned as Joss Whedon had written an Earth-set script for Alien 5, although Sigourney Weaver was not interested in the setting, but has remained open to reprise her role as Ellen Ripley for a 5th installment on the condition that she likes the story.
I think that was actually supposed to be part of the two-part finale where Ellen Ripley the character was supposed to make a cameo appearance in the 3rd movie, and then actually be a main character in the 4th one. I mean, the 3rd was actually supposed to take place on Earth. If I'm remembering the wiki.
Now, I want your honest opinion, gentlemen. What would you have thought of the sequel to this? Could it have gotten worse, or would it have gotten better? That's kind of toss up in the air for me. I don't know how you can get better from this, considering...
I don't know how you can actually get worse than this. I mean, usually when you hit the bottom, there's only one direction left.
Unless you have a pickaxe. And you can just dig more. But, hey, maybe who knows? We had Prometheus that came after this.
Yeah. And then Alien Covenant, which unfortunately sprung from the remains of what was supposed to be Alien 5.
So, I guess it did dig deeper. In the worst way possible.
I still respectfully disagree. I enjoyed Covenant.
But you enjoyed Prometheus?
Prometheus was a sack of crap. And not even a coprolite sack of crap. Just a sack of horse turd.
Oh boy, I actually already thought of, while watching Resurrection, I did think of what I wanted to say this movie was. I forgot about it until just now. It was nothing but a sad cash grab bag of trash, man. What do you think of the rhyming?
It's good.
Very apt.
But-
This is the cash grab.
Very apt. It is a cash grab. I mean, let's be thankful that it didn't become like Friday the 13th. Come on, guys. Let's look at it from
Okay,
a positive
yeah.
light. That
All right, yes, it didn't give us like a billion sequels.
it didn't give us a billion sequels. This wasn't Alien 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
and that,
I mean, what would have happened?
then Alien's New Nightmare, and then and then the reboot.
The reboot.
And the remake.
So-
and
so- We have to look on the bright side that even though it's gone through some shit, junk, and crap and piss, it hasn't turned out like Elm Street and Friday and Halloween.
And I think the more I talk about this, I think the more I can kind of understand why this movie does have kind of a little bit more of a following, more than Alien 3. It's entertaining crap, and I think that's what it was meant for.
Yeah.
It was meant to be that way. Alien 3 has troubled production, but I like it. I like it for its mood. I like it for its style, and I like it for its storytelling. Resurrection really has no mood, has no story, doesn't really have any kind of plot. It's just
there.
It's background noise. It's white noise. It's just yeah. It's there. It exists. It's something you shouldn't think about, because it's not meant to be thought about. Not like its predecessors.
I mean, can you guys imagine if Michael Bay directed it?
There would have been a lot more women in skimpy clothing. A lot more harsher color grade. Lots more explosions.
Like how much more explosions?
Well, more explosions than the escape pod that got blown up in space.
Touche. Considering this was the year before Armageddon.
Oh yeah, it was.
I'm reading over Wikipedia here. Apparently, the character Newt was originally supposed to be cloned. That's what the studio initially imagined.
I'm curious and horrified.
I'm sorry, what?
Newt would have been cloned. That's
Newt?
what the studio imagined.
I'm curious and yet horrified.
Newt would have been cloned?
The studio initially
How?
imagined that the film would center around a clone of the character Newt from Alien, as the Ellen Ripley character had died at the end of Alien 3. Whedon composed a 30-page treatment surrounding this idea before being informed that the studio, though impressed with his script, now intended to base the story on a clone of Ripley, whom they saw as the anchor of the series. Whedon had to rewrite the script in a way that would bring back the Ripley character, a task he found difficult. The idea of cloning was suggested by producers David Giller and Walter Hill, who opposed the production of Alien Resurrection as they thought it would ruin the franchise.
Okay, I think I would have liked the idea of Newt clone better than Ellen.
Because Newt is Ripley's surrogate daughter.
Yeah, and Ellen.
And also, she kind of deserves to be brought back after they dropped a bridge on her in Alien 3.
Not just the bridge, the spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I think that would have been the right track to do. It would have pleased the fans, and the fact that Ellen died a hero in the third movie,
Mm-hmm.
and it would have meant that 3 would not have been as painful to watch, knowing that the next movie was at least a bit brighter.
Mm-hmm.
In a different sense.
And also kind of keeping it in the family.
And keeping it in the family. But no, we got this popcorn flick.
Yeah. I don't know. Is there anything else that we can talk about this? Because we are actually pushing just 45 minutes for this.
Honestly, what can you say? I mean, I gave it a 6. I only gave it 1 thumbs up.
It's just...
Which is a bit more of improvement than the last one's 4 and 0.
Oh, God.
What? I forget. What did I give Alien 3? I think I gave it a little more than... I think I gave it more.
I think I was the harshest, unless Ian was with me on that one.
I'm looking at a picture here of the original design of the human-alien hybrid that was given birth by the Queen.
Does it look worse?
So much worse. It was digitally
So much.
enhanced, and
Okay, you don't show it to me. I don't want to know.
I want to keep that part of myself intact.
Exactly.
too bad. I'm explaining it. The original design of the human-alien hybrid included a mix of female and male sex organs, which were removed during post-production.
Hold on, I'm going to grab some orange juice bleach and bleach out that information. You got something to help me with that? You got some vodka? Got some alcohol?
Battery acid.
Not enough.
Well, truth be told, it's only for color. I quoted this movie. I quoted.
But, oh god!
I think I remembered reading about that on Wikipedia during my curious times about this franchise, and I think I must have neuralized myself.
I mean,
From that information, because I had forgotten about it until you brought it back up, Ian. Why would you do that?
This is payback for Star Wars.
you had to go through it if you're going to be in a part of this line of work.
This is a hobby. I'm a scientist.
Good thing I forgot about it. I already neuralized myself.
What?
I'm great at forgetting things.
The power of ADD.
Exactly.
Yes, that's attention deficit. Ooh, something shiny.
Ooh, something shiny. But honestly, I don't know what else to talk about. It's bad. You get to see bad CGI. You got to see stupid characters die by stupid ways. You get to see
some awesome deaths, which honestly would probably have been, which I kind of would have liked to see in some of the previous movies.
Yeah.
It's like Jason X.
I mean, God Almighty, awesome
hell,
deaths,
even-
and also stupid deaths.
Yeah. Hey, hell, one guy actually got frozen in the locking bay, and and then he breaks apart and his arm stays attached to the metal. That's freaking freaky.
Are we Jason Xing this?
Yes, well, pretty much.
Oh, jeez.
What is it with the late 90s and early 2000s having to do deaths by liquid nitrogen?
And
I mean, just because Terminator 2 did it doesn't mean that everyone should be doing it.
hey, James Cameron sets a trend.
True.
He always does.
Third movie pretty much ended the way Terminator 2 did, falling into a fiery pit.
But okay. Stupid deaths, crazy deaths. Chucky being in this. I do not know his name. I know him as
Brad Dourif.
Brad Dourif. Okay, Brad Dourif, aka Chucky. Speaking of which, Mark Hamill is coming back as Chucky. Or not coming back voicing Chucky.
He's not coming back. He's just voicing Chucky in the reboot.
I'm not sure if I want to be excited or scared.
I don't. This is why it's gonna make it hard for me to say that I am never going to watch Child's Play, because I feel like the more I say it, the more I'm eventually going to. and now that Mark Hamill is in it, the voice of our favorite childhood bad guy is gonna be in it. It's
not just bad guy, bad guys.
Bad guys.
Ooh. and let's not forget, like, there's so much stuff and crap, like, I'm sorry, I like it because it's stupid. Like, Brad, okay, when the aliens escape and Brad's like, I'm gonna investigate this hole.
You idiot! You freaking idiot! That's about as stupid as putting them in a cell. That is not acid proof.
I'm gonna investigate this hole.
200 years later, and you still don't add acid proof to anything on your ship. Also, some of the aliens that have died on the ship, their blood did not blow a hole in the ship.
Yeah. No, and let's go further. Let's go further. Besides going through that hole, let's talk about bowling grenades.
What grenade? All I saw was a bad CGI that should be in a video game than a movie.
This whole movie reeks of stupid, and we all just admitted that. And I think that's why I'm still gonna give it a 6 because I laugh. It's comedy to me. The Alien franchise is all over the genre. It's not even funny anymore. It's freaking horse. The first one was straight up sci-fi horror. Second one, action horror. Third one, we went back to sci-fi horror.
It was kind of more drama and thriller.
Drama thriller. Fourth one, comedy. A family picture.
Well, okay, I'm not gonna be too harsh on it, but I'm not gonna give it a 6. It was entertaining. The characters are stupid. In fact, they're actually kind of more caricatures than actual living people. I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. So it was half good. It at least kept me entertained. And hell, I actually went back to watch it a few times.
Wow. Whoa. John giving us a higher grade than me?
You gave it a 6.
No, John giving a lower grade than me?
I could have given it a 0.
You could have, but I'm pretty sure that would have been dishonest.
Mm-hmm. And if there's one thing you need, and if there's one thing everyone knows about me, no bullshit.
No bullshit. If you would have given it a 0, I'm like, it's worse than Avatar: The Last Airbender.
No, Avatar: The Last Airbender gets that rare rating.
What rating?
-1.
Oh.
-1. No star for you.
No star for you. Actually, no, I think it would have been worse. I would give it no stars. It's not worth rating. Ian, what do you rate this movie?
What do I rate this movie? I don't know. I mean, I literally just finished the movie by the time I messaged you guys saying I was ready. So...
Were you that scared to watch it that you put it off?
Not so much worried as just busy, but this movie, it has its good point. I enjoyed the CGI, though the CGI is not great. I did enjoy the interactions of some of the characters. Some of the scenes were funny, but overall it's just bleh. I mean, if you're if you're a perfectionist and you want to see the entire Alien film, go ahead and watch it. But no, I'm not old enough to drink, but I highly recommend some alcohol.
Are we gonna make it a drinking game? Take a sip when someone does something stupid.
We'd be drunk by the time we'd be drunk before the first 5 minutes are over.
Depend. Are we drinking beer or hard liquor?
I think. Probably hard liquor.
Oh man.
Dr. Pepper.
I mean, it can't be as bad. It can't be as bad as watching Naruto and taking a drink when someone says "believe it."
Or when watching Gundam Wing and everyone in one episode, and then one episode,
someone says
every episode someone says it's a Gundam.
You know, I'm kind of surprised by one thing. I'm surprised that there was no I know Alien was made a parody of in Spaceballs, but I'm surprised it didn't get pushed further with with Resurrection. People who saw this are think of someone making a parody of it, how stupid it was. No,
to make a parody of this, the parody would be better because the parody would actually take the material seriously.
I don't know. I don't think you could actually parody Alien Resurrection because I think Resurrection is itself a parody of Alien.
Touche.
It'd be sort of like a reflection of a reflection.
Actually, something came up to me. Okay, Ellen Ripley and versus 2.0. What makes 2.0 so different from Ellen?
She's
Besides lesbian.
I wasn't gonna say that, but I was gonna say she is part human and part alien.
Attitude, action, her talking. We're talking about is it really Ellen Ripley? Like, if she's supposed to be a clone of Ellen Ripley here, like, we all know what Ellen Ripley is like from movie 1 through 3.
Yes.
How does 2.0 compare when you compare her acting or how she acts?
It's almost like okay, I can't form words into this, but it's almost like she has
a shell of herself?
No, not a shell of herself, like she has seen the great truth. That's what it's like. She's in, like, comparing this to Star Wars. She's not Luke Skywalker in Resurrection. She's Ben Kenobi.
Huh.
Like she's
the wise leader.
No, more like a sage. She kind of speaks like a sage.
God help us here. I hope we're not trying to imply Winona Ryder is going to be the next character of the franchise. The new character.
Well, seeing as how they skipped out on Alien 5 and also the last two movies of this quadrilogy is deemed non-canon, I'd say no. I'd say that we're pretty much in the clear.
Okay. What about you, Ian? Like, how would you compare Ellen, or 2.0 compared to Ellen? In terms of, like, it's hard to say acting because I'm talking about character, not like Sigourney acting as her.
Well, Sigourney's acting is always top notch. We can just say that right now.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, but it's weird.
I think I know what you mean, and to be honest,
it feels out of character. That's the best way I want to say it. Out of character. Really out of character. Like, it's like Ellen Ripley decided, like, I'm not going to be Ellen Ripley. I'm going to do what I want to do.
I don't know. I kind of think that was pretty much a good decision.
It is a good decision, but it's just, when you watch the Alien franchise, and you're watching it for Ellen Ripley kicking ass here,
mm-hmm.
and then you watch this, and it feels off, because you're like, it doesn't feel like Ripley.
Yeah.
I know clones are not supposed to be like a frickin'...
Are you going to let Ian speak?
Sorry.
But this movie is... I don't know how to put it in the words. This...
Crap?
Yes, to be honest, what they did with Ripley... It's just a cop-out, to be honest, because they said that she inherited memories through the alien DNA. How?
Magic! Cloning! Magic science! Bullshit!
We're not magicians, we're scientists. Now inject him with sweet magical science.
But no, that's just a cop-out. You had a chance to do something different, and you sort of did, but you did it crappy. Why would you give her the memories? Because that's not how it works. Your memories and personality are formed by your life experiences. If I made a clone of myself at the same time I was conceived, he would be completely different from me. We might think similarly, but we would both have different life experiences.
I was gonna say, And you said your friend was a creative writer. If she would have saw this, would she have pulled her hair out?
Well, Rebecca, I have a feeling she would, because she was been out of shape when Fishleg decided to grow a pair of balls and challenge Snotlout with terrible terror.
Same. Oh god, yeah, I had my issue. We all had our issues with that one.
Oh yeah.
Well, I had a thought, but now I can't remember it, as per usual. Oh, that's right. What about the idea that, like, maybe our DNA can actually store memories? A little science fiction right there, but it's an interesting concept.
It's an interesting concept, but it doesn't pull it off.
That's called
It
instinct.
doesn't really explore it.
Instinct.
Yeah, it doesn't really explore it. It's not... The problem with this is it's not being philosophical. It doesn't explore it. It's just there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, this happened. It's like Jurassic World. Like, remember? We fixed Grandpa's old car.
When? Where?
Where? How? It happened.
You can't just pull something out of your ass. That's not shit.
So, it just felt like, it's like, here we go, this happened. Boom. Move on.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than exploring it, kind of like if you were to go to Total Recall, the original, and explored everything about, is this really real? And it would dig into it.
Mm-hmm.
It really could have done that, but chose not to.
No. I mean, it has an interesting concept.
I mean, imagine Ellen Ripley having a existential crisis. Like,
no, then that would mean then that means that they would be making a good movie.
I mean, what do you think, Ian? Would it have been better to have her have an existential crisis?
It would,
Or
because
identity crisis?
she is not fully human, and I'm currently working on a story about a similar character who's going through something similar to that. He's not fully human, so where does his, and by extension Ripley's, allegiance lies with? Do you side with the things that look like you, or the things that are also part of you?
Yeah. That's right. I just remember one other thing that pissed me off. It actually did piss me off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Ripley surfaces and a face hugger. And she just pretty much rips it off
Yeah.
without anything that could burn her. Like, apparently there was no consequence of having a face hugger in your face.
Maybe they just don't like water.
I thought the more you tugged, it would choke you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was the thing. So how did he rip it off without killing her?
Doesn't she have super strength, though?
Yes.
Yeah, but acid blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, you rip it off, you still gotta have acid blood to contend with on your neck. So...
Continuity error.
Yeah. Also, among many things in this movie, like we already established how the acid blood seems to burn a hole through the ship, but in other parts of the movies doesn't do diddly.
Exactly.
Let's see. Also, that kind of reminded me of another line that comes up in this movie of how Call pretty much calls her out on killing an alien. Brings up a shotgun through the chest wound of the captain, takes it out. Badass, I'll admit.
Pretty badass.
But then she says, "Can't believe you killed them. Aren't they your own kind?" And her response, "They were in my way."
I want to ask what Call's thinking about, like, their own kind? Does she look like one?
Isn't that killing your own? Because she has the DNA of the aliens, and the aliens have the DNA of her.
Okay, Call, you've been around humanity, who wages war constantly on themselves.
Not wrong.
Okay, give you that. But it was her. But I think it was. It was kind of. It's not so much that I have an issue with that line. I kind of like that line because of Ripley's response. They were in my way.
I mean, that is pretty badass, but it still doesn't get rid of the You can't be serious, Call. You just no.
She said, "Isn't that like killing your own kind?"
Humans don't care.
Hey, the Germans did it.
Yeah.
Everybody's done it.
Everybody's done it. Yeah.
Everyone's done it.
European settlers, Germans in the 1930s and 40s, the British in India.
Let's see the Armenians in the 1910s.
Yep. Napoleon.
The Cambodians. Okay, yeah, pretty much everyone.
So, yeah. History is filled with the bloodshed of stupidity.
Sadly, yes.
Not wrong. But yeah, I never rated this movie.
No, you didn't. We had to go I had to go this long way around.
We were hoping you had your conclusion by then. You look like you didn't have one.
I can't rate this movie because I can't take it seriously.
Then don't give it a higher rating.
I can't.
I gave it a 6. I gave it a 6. 6 is a D for me.
5 is. I mean, it's a 5. That's half good to me.
Half good. Okay, let's see. Okay, first a question. Do the tiny flashes of beautifulness in this movie make a difference?
Sure.
Sure. Quick question. Did you enjoy it or did you not? Did you enjoy Alien 3?
I enjoyed Alien 3. I enjoyed this one because it's stupid. So, the fact that I enjoyed it more than the Star Wars Holiday Special, which, until shown otherwise, will be the bottom of my list of the shit show of movies I've seen. So, what did I rate that? I don't even know.
I wasn't here for that, so I can't tell you. Was it a 0?
I think it might have been. Might have been a 0.
Wow.
Alright, so I gotta say 5.5 because while it's trying, maybe.
Holy
Well,
crap, you guys are rating lower than me. This is a first. Am I the only one genuinely entertained by this?
I'm entertained by it, but I'm also going by story and, you know, holding it to the previous movies.
Yeah.
But Ian, sorry for interrupting. Sorry, we interrupted.
Well, it's trying, I think. It still can't hold a candle to the first two, and for me, it's significantly worse than Alien 3. Because, to be honest, this just feels like fanfiction at this point.
Yeah, it does. It even does operate like fan fiction.
I will not lie.
Especially with the character Call. That's she was shot, fell into a pit of water. She's dead, definitely. Oh, but no, 5 minutes later, actually opens the door, rises higher, and because she's alive. Why? She's a robot. And what the hell was that theater show back there?
Honestly, I don't know. Maybe because I could. It's not that I couldn't enjoy 3. 3 just left me in a state of misery after, you watch a franchise and you're hoping to get some, what's the word I'm looking for? Closure! And which it denied me horribly. It denied me, it literally took a freaking chainsaw, looked at the word closure, and just slashed it into pieces and pieces. It's like, you're not gonna get any comfort out of this. And then it comes on Resurrection, it's like, I know you're sad, buddy, but hey, we're stupid. We can at least make you smile. That's the best way I can put it.
Okay. I'll give you that. honestly, I had it, but which is kind of the opposite for me. I felt a little sense of closure from the end of the third movie, mostly because it was Ripley finally getting peace. You know, she was defiant till the end.
Oh, not lie. That is a good thing, but it's mostly I was more disappointed how it was handled. That was my biggest stickler. Like, it wasn't that her dying disappointed me. It was like, it felt like you could have done it better.
Troubled production.
Yeah, of course. Was this troubled?
I had no idea. Well, seeing as how the only kind of interference was saying, yeah, well, cloning is actually a pretty good idea, but we'll clone Ripley, not Newt. Rewrite it.
Is it me or the 90s full of cloning? The clone era. The Clone Wars!
That was 2000s.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm looking at Wikipedia and some of the reviews. Desson Thompson of the Washington Post said the film, quote, satisfactorily recycles the great surprises that made the first movie so powerful, end quote.
Recycles?
It said it pretty much rehashed the first movie, but made it good. If I were to take that from that, I want to ask, what were you watching? Were you watching a different movie or actually this movie?
Did you watch the previous movies before? What?
Thompson, reach out to us, please. Robert Ebert.
Ebert?
Yeah, Robert Ebert.
Yes.
Of the Chicago Sun-Times felt, quote, there is not a single shot in the movie to fill one with wonder, end quote, later naming it one of the worst movies of 1997.
He doesn't pull any punches.
Nope, he's an inspiration to us all.
The film grossed 47.7 million in North America, the least successful of the Alien series on that continent. It was well received internationally, however, with a gross of 113.5 million, bringing its total gross up to 161.2 million. It is the 43rd highest grossing film in North America in 1997, 11 spots lower than Anastasia, another 20th Century Fox film. The film was nominated for 6 Saturn Awards, including Best Science Fiction Film, Best Actress for Weaver, Best Supporting Actress for Ryder, and Best Direction for Junet.
I have no idea what to talk about.
Neither do I.
I mean, we can pull up fun trivia bits of information, but I think we're just stalling at this point.
We're just stalling, yeah. Although par for the course, we are over an hour.
Yeah. The film script was laid out similar to a comic book, with pictures on the left and dialogue and descriptions to the right. Okay.
So maybe we should be thankful that Fox did us a favor. It's like, nope, Resurrection and 3 not canon.
Yeah.
And we can be like, okay, we only have to think of aliens. That's all we have to think about.
Because I think a lot of us have been saying, should have stopped at movie 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think everyone said stop at movie 2.
To be honest, the past 2 films have just sank into infamy. Alien 3 for just how troubled it is, and Alien Resurrection just because of the shit show and basically the coprolite it is. Even though I enjoy my coprolites a lot more than this movie.
I will. Oh, go ahead.
I just feel kind of feel bad with all the actors who are in it.
I know.
It's like 8 good actors here, and they're in a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Piles of shit.
And I will give this movie. I will be honest, because like I said, no bullshit policy with me. I can actually see myself watching this movie more than Alien 3 because it is pretty much entertainingly bad.
Yeah.
Question: is it Big Man on Burke bad?
No.
No. It is one of those Eddie Murphy's bad. You know the ones?
Like Pluto Nash?
Pluto Nash.
I have not seen that.
I have. It's stupid. Entertainingly so.
Okay. I mean, it is entertainingly bad, and so is Big Man on Burke. But there's
a fine line.
They're on a different level from each other.
Are we going to go with the whole the level of what do we had a level?
How do you mean the scale? You mean the scale of overacting?
Yes.
The scale of hamminess.
Scale of hamminess. Yes. Yeah. At the bottom was Samuel L. Jackson because he makes it cool.
He makes it cool. Then at the top we have Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons from Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay, so if we had a scale of bad.
Of so good it's bad, well, the top would be The Room.
And what was Birdemic below that?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
But what's on the bottom that it's so bad it's bad?
Honestly, Waterworld.
I have yet to see that, but I do. Wait, do I own that? Do I own that? I buy so many movies that I have not watched yet. I'm so glad that I keep a catalog.
Well, to me, if you have a so bad it's good, then once it gets below the scale of 5, it's so bad it's bad.
No, I don't have Waterworld.
Like, if a movie's bad but it doesn't give you entertainment, it failed horribly.
Okay.
So
Elektra then.
Elektra, there you go.
Elektra, that is so bad it's bad.
You regret it.
I regret it. I felt like I wasted my time.
So when a movie gets to that point that you feel like you wish you had gone back in time, slap yourself, like, don't watch this movie, and just do something else.
And so Alien Resurrection is definitely somewhat. It's definitely above Elektra. It doesn't feel like a waste of time. Actually, it feels like it was time worth wasting.
Just to think of what to do next.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, it's that kind of movie that you put in when you've got nothing to do, you're bored, and it entertains you that way. Elektra doesn't do that. It actually makes you feel like the time you've wasted was a lot longer than you intended.
I haven't seen it. I'm scared of it.
I guess, or maybe The Last Airbender is also among those.
Yes.
Hey,
let's see.
Evolution.
Let's see. So, Alien Resurrection is definitely above the halfway point.
Oh yeah.
Audience polled by Sigma Score give the film an average grade of B- on an A+ to an F scale.
I think they're just going by, is it entertaining?
Yeah.
That's what most of these critic consensus or audience scores are. It's like, is it entertaining?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But that kind of makes me sad, because to me it's like, I do want my film to be entertaining, but I do want it to be good.
You want good execution.
I want good execution. Alien 3 only fails because I felt like it just fell flat so hard.
It wasn't entertaining.
It wasn't entertaining.
Some of it actually was good. Was brilliantly executed.
Exactly. It had the opposite problem. It had good things, great things, and fell hard.
So on our list from worst to good. Because so far now I've seen all 4 Alien movies, and I guess.
Okay, if I were to go first, I'm going to include Covenant and Prometheus now.
Oh, you are? What? Why the change of heart?
Because
The Phantom Thieves get you?
Yes, the Phantom Thieves got me. The Phantom Thieves has stolen my heart. Okay. Covenant is the worst,
Okay.
followed by Prometheus, Alien 3, Resurrection, Alien, and Aliens.
Okay. Ian?
At the bottom is Prometheus. Then this shit show, Resurrection. Then Alien 3, closely followed by Covenant, Alien, but I still hold Alien as the top.
The first Alien?
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see, for me, it's actually gonna be tough, but it's actually pretty similar to you, Tyler. Yeah, Alien Resurrection actually somehow is just a little bit entertainingly better than Alien 3. Resurrection is entertaining, but has no story. 3 does have story, but it's not entertaining. Well, in some parts.
Yeah.
Like what I said last time is that some parts just feel like they're punctuated with a punchline.
Fuck!
And then just cut. And alright, then it's the first Alien, and then Aliens.
I guess we're drawn to Aliens because of personality.
Say what?
I think Aliens is our top because of personality.
Yeah, I mean, everything about it just screams 80s, and
Yeah.
those were some of the movies that we grew up, and those were the movies we grew up with.
Yeah. I mean, Alien was barely in the 80s. It was
It's like
1979.
79, yes.
But oh man, our ride is over, gentlemen. It's been a
It's been a troubled month.
it's been a troubled
It
month.
started out great. Let's just say that.
Yes. It started out great, and then real life had to kick in, with...
Real life had to come in and kick us in the balls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But at least we were able to get it done before the end of the month.
Oh yeah. Now, Ian, I want to ask you, if Disney were to release a new Alien movie, would you be scared or excited?
To be honest, it depends what it would be rated as.
E for everyone.
No.
I would be I would be cautious when I hear the first announcement of a new Alien movie.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, or is PG?
No.
There is no PG anymore. or am I thinking it the opposite? Is that
PG-13.
No, I'm thinking, is there no G anymore?
No, there's no G.
There's no G anymore. Yeah, there's just there's PG, which is really just practically G.
Yeah.
PG-13 and R.
Just think of it. The new Alien movie, PG-13.
Has Disney ever? Well, then that mean there wouldn't be human gore. There'd be probably plenty of alien gore.
Yeah.
Think Alien versus Predator. But has Disney has the company ever released a movie that was that was rated R? I don't think they have.
No, I don't think they would have the ball. Not under the banner, at least.
They wouldn't. Yeah, they wouldn't do that because they wouldn't do it under their main banner.
They would have a subsidiary like Touchstone.
Yeah, like Touchstone or Miramax, but that's gone now.
Yeah, Miramax. Goodbye, Miramax. You were
Miramax is gone, and they were the ones that released the Kevin Smith movies.
Yeah. You had to make me sad. I forgot about Miramax.
Sorry to rain on your parade, guys.
What?
Disney promises more R-rated Deadpool movies under their banner, and then also according to Newsarama, from Dust, Disney has released a number of R-rated films through various subsidiaries such as Miramax, Dimension Films, and Touchstone Pictures over the years, including Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill, Trainspotting, From Dusk Till Dawn, Sin City, Scream, Bad Santa, Con Air, Pretty Women, and Starship Troopers. So it would probably be through a subsidiary.
Well,
Called it.
yeah.
Sweet.
So and also it's so they're still making, and they're also still making R-rated Deadpools.
I mean, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
I mean, I was more worried they were going to keep to the family picture.
Yeah. And also try to keep going with their new agenda, which I won't get into. So, but anyway, yeah, I believe that's it. That's the end of Alien April.
I just saw something.
Oh God, you're gonna drag.
No, I'm not gonna drag. I just saw something horrible. The fact that we're ending the April, the spring, the season of new life, with resurrection, the death of Ripley's child, the alien hybrid. That's a horrible line of thought.
Well, how did we? Well, we started April with Alien. The season of new life with that. And how does that start? With a chest burster.
And now we're ending the season of new life with the death of a newborn. Wow.
At least October was fitting. Grab October.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, hey, it was kind of. It's actually pretty fitting that we do this in the month of April, seeing as how the original Alien was released in April.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, happy 40th anniversary.
Yes, happy 40th anniversary to that great film that spawned another great film, and then spawned two questionable ones.
Yes. But anyways, that is all.
That's all. Join us.
Signing off.
Yeah, and yeah, and for next time, Tyler will not be joining us, so he can spend time with his family. But join us next time for the sequel to the first ever review we've done
on Nerdvana.
on RoboCop.
Oh, hey! I hope you kill it.
RoboCop 2?
Yes, burn it with fire.
We'll probably kill RoboCop 3.
Oh gosh, yeah, I will rip that new one right down the middle.
Burn it all.
Even the first one?
No, just 2 and 3.
Okay.
Alright. So, until then, see you next time, everyone.
Hey guys.